Okay, hello IP4. This is our third video lesson, lesson 108. Now, we're going to be carrying on talking about commas during this lesson, but before we start that, I'm going to go over the last piece of homework that I gave you in the last video. So if you've not done the homework workbook page that I asked you to do in the last video, please stop this video now and go and do your homework for the last lesson. Okay, so last lesson I asked you to complete workbook page 82. In section A, we needed to write the sentences again, adding commas where they are needed. So I know I've not written them again, but it's just so you can see the commas clearly on the original text. So number one, many adults, comma, teens, comma, and children love bicycling. Number two, riders should respect, comma, learn, comma, and obey safety rules. Number three, find out the bicycle rules for your town, comma, county, comma, and state. And number four, always oil, comma, tighten, comma, and inspect the parts of your bike. Okay, so give yourselves a score out of 4, and hopefully you've all got 4 out of 4 there. Again, anything less than 2 needs to do a bit better. Right, in section B, there were 8 missing or incorrect commas in this paragraph. So, first one, check your bike's tires, comma, seat, comma, and chain before you ride. Next one, clean, comma, adjust, comma, and repair your bike often. Now you can see that after repair there was a comma in the textbook. That should not be there, it's a mistake. So that's one of the things that you needed to correct. Next one, always use a horn, comma, light, comma, and reflectors after dusk. So you needed to add a comma after horn and light. And last one, avoid carrying packages, comma, passengers, comma, and animals on your bike. There was a comma after animals in the textbook, need to get rid of it. And there's nothing to change on that last sentence. So, there were 8 things to change. You needed to add these 6 commas, and you need to take these 2 commas away. So please give yourselves a score out of 8. Now section B was a bit more difficult. I'll say that any score 5 or above is okay. If you're scoring below 5, needs to do a bit better. Okay, so now we're going to start lesson 3. We're still on chapter 5, and lesson 3 is about commas again, but we're doing different uses for commas. So in the lesson 2, we talked about commas in a series, and today we're talking about other ways to use commas. So, if we are answering a question, we often begin a sentence with the words yes, no, or well. These are introductory words in a sentence, and we would place a comma after them. So, yes, I like going to football games. No, I'm not interested in cricket. Or well, rugby is fun to watch. If you see the word yes, no, or well at the beginning of a sentence, you need a comma after it. If we are speaking to someone directly, and we use their name as we are speaking to them, we would use a comma to separate their name from the rest of the sentence. So this first example, have you finished your homework? I'm speaking to I said his name at the start of the sentence, so I put a comma after I. Bring me your book, Thank. I'm speaking to Thank, and I use his name at the end of the sentence. So I separate the rest of the sentence from his name by putting a comma before Thank. And last one, did you, Captain, check your work? I'm speaking to Captain, and because his name is in the middle of the sentence, I put a comma before his name and after his name. Okay, please get your textbook and open it to page 180. If, like last lesson, if you don't have your textbook, when we pause the video, please write these sentences on paper. So, we need to look at these sentences and add commas where we need them. So number one, Ryan, have we always had horses in this country? Think, where do we need a comma? So, when I say pause, please pause the video. Then you can continue the video when you have answered questions 1 to 9. So please pause now. Okay, have you finished? If you're finished, you can keep watching and we will look at the answers. So, number one, Ryan, comma, have we always had horses in this country? Number two, no, comma, explorers brought them in the 1500s. Number three, they left some horses here, comma, Christopher. Number four, well, comma, did many people use the horses? Number five, yes, comma, the Plains Indians rode horses. Number six, later, comma, Eric, comma, horses pulled the pioneers' wagons. Number seven, did you know, comma, Christopher, and there's already a comma in the textbook after Christopher, but wild Mustangs are small, hardy, and smart. Number eight, no, comma, I didn't know that. And number nine, well, comma, they are. They descended from tame horses of settlers and Plains Indians. So please check your answers and give yourselves a score out of 9. I'd hope that everyone is able to get at least 7 there. If you're getting 6 or below, please be more careful in the next section. Okay, please look at the next page, 181, and do the same for questions 10 through to 20. So, read the sentence and add commas where you need them. So please pause the video now. Okay, if you are finished, continue watching and we'll check the answers. Number 10, yes, comma, it's an island off the coast of Virginia. Number 11, well, comma, herds of wild horses live there. Number 12, Roberto, comma, have you read the book Misty of Chincoteague? Number 13, no, comma, I haven't read it. Number 14, the book, comma, Gillian, comma, tells about a pony from that island. Number 15, Joshua, comma, do you know where the ponies came from? Number 16, no, comma, where did they come from? Number 17, well, comma, some people say a ship was wrecked in a storm. Number 18, the ship was carrying some ponies, comma, Marcos. Number 19, each year, comma, Megan, comma, the ponies are rounded up. And number 20, yes, comma, they swim to a nearby island. Okay, so there are 11 questions there. Give yourselves a score out of 11, and hopefully you've all scored 8 or above. Okay, that is the end of this lesson. Your homework tonight is going to be to do workbook page 86. So I'm just going to explain workbook page 86 to you. Okay, so section A of workbook page 86, you need to write the sentence and add commas where they belong, like you did in the last homework. And section B, there are 6 missing commas. So please add commas to these sentences. And again, if you do not have your workbook, This picture is on the e-learning platform. It says IP4 IPE EXER108. So please get that picture and write your answers on paper if you do not have your workbook. Okay, IP4, so that's the end of this lesson. You'll get your next lesson on Tuesday, so please make sure you finished that workbook page by Tuesday. But for now, thank you IP4, bye bye.